If you want to learn how to get this look with a round brush, then keep watching. So my hair is completely dry right now, but I just want a new style and I don't want to use as much heat on it. So we're gonna start by sectioning the hair from the ears. I'm going to take this bottom section first and split it in half and pull everything to the front. So I'm gonna split this in half because this is going to be easier with smaller sections. I'm gonna place the round brush right up at the root and make sure this hair is on here nice and tight. I'm gonna turn it a little bit just so that that stays on there, but this is not going to be wrapped around. Then I'm gonna place the air right onto the round brush here, kind of heat it up, and then I'm gonna turn the round brush away from my face, heat that up again, turn it again, heat that up, turn it again, all the way down. So we're basically spinning the round brush away from our face while pulling down the hair. So I'm gonna put it right up at the top, put air here, and I'm kind of pulling as I'm turning a little bit and just kind of keeping the air in the exact same spot on the round brush as I work down. And we're gonna leave those like that the entire rest of the blow dry and not comb anything out for those to cool. So now we're gonna switch hands, which is hard. But we're gonna place the hair on the round brush, same thing, but we're gonna be twisting this direction. So place the air on the blow dryer in the same spot, twist, twist away, all the way down. And leave those like that. Then we're gonna go up to the next section, right at the temples here. Clip this up, and if you feel like your hair is a little too dry, you can go in and actually add some heat protectant and or some water to each section if you feel like you need a little bit more moisture to get some more curl to your hair. My hair is wavy, so it holds the curl pretty well, but a little more moisture will help mold your hair. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. Place the heat right at the curve of the round brush, pull down, spin, away from the face, away from the face, hold down a little bit every time, and drop it. Getting this in here, I'll turn a little to lock it in. Point the air here. I'm gonna pull this one kind of towards my face a little bit, because that's gonna make it easier. So I have more control instead of bringing it all the way back here and trying to do that. It's also gonna give it a little more curl instead of smoothing the hair. So we're switching hands, locking it in there, placing the air, turning away from the face, pulling down a little bit. Same thing here. Turn to lock it in a little and pull towards your face. Spin. So you can see how these are creating kind of little tendril curls. So if you were to brush those out right away, you wouldn't get much wave, depending on how curly your hair is. But if you let them sit, it's gonna keep a lot more curl in there. I'm gonna take this top section and decide where I want my part, which is gonna be in the center. Then I'm gonna separate the sides. So we're gonna keep our part in mind and start from the back here. I'm gonna clip this away so that I don't accidentally grab some of this hair while I'm doing this. I'm gonna lock it in there, add the heat, pull, wrap around. This is almost like the same technique as people are doing with a curling iron to get like a long kind of wave out of the hair. So if you can learn this, then you'll be able to do the same thing with a curling iron. Front section, spin, and we're gonna pull towards the face in the front of you. That way you have a lot of control and can see what you're doing. Now we're gonna switch hands and do the exact same thing. Take a section, clip the rest off, spin away from your face to lock it in. Get the heat on there. Pull towards your face a little. Spin towards your face. Spin. Sometimes more exaggerated, the spin, I feel like, kind of hangs onto the hair a little better. And my sections are pretty big because I have kind of fine hair, like medium density. So some people that have coarser hair are gonna wanna take smaller sections, or if you have a little less hair, you could take the little bigger sections. Whatever fits nicely on the round brush so that you don't have hair falling off every section that you're trying to do. Go towards the face, last section. So it's a lot of repetition. You're gonna need a lot of practice because every section is the same. So now we'll do maybe a little spritz of air control, which is a light hold hairspray that is not tacky or sticky, so you can put that in there. Okay, I missed a piece. So if that happens to you, which it probably will, just take it, put it in your round brush, and heat it up. Do the exact same thing. No big deal. All right, so we're gonna just spritz a little over the top of this as it cools. So if this is part of your getting ready process, you could just do your makeup during this and kind of clip these front pieces away to let these cool longer, because the longer that they cool, the more they're gonna hold any curl or wave that you've got in there. So you can kind of feel if you've let it sit for a while, if they're cooled down or if they're still warm. And then you can just rake your fingers through. Or you can use a Mason Pearson if you've got pretty coarse curly hair, and that'll help smooth everything out. But so you can see how this creates a wavy look. It almost looks like you've curled your hair with a big barreled curling iron, but you've used a little less heat, and it's quicker because you're just going from wet to dry, or just polishing whatever you had from the day before, instead of having to go in with that intense heat or dry your hair and then go in with a curling iron. Once you get it down, it's a very quick, efficient way to look like you have curled hair without actually curling it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any looks or techniques that you want me to demonstrate, let me know, and then subscribe to check them out.